Hello everybody and welcome to the virtual launch of my new book, Confessions of a Non-Violent Revolutionary. Well, today we should have been together in the Lyric Theatre in Bridport, hearing songs from my choir, the Dorset Red Choir, drinking cheap wine, hugging each other and having a convivial time. However, here we go. In the great scheme of things, it's not that important. And for me, the big thing, after 5 years of working on this book, is that it has actually been published. And the book is a story. It's my story of how I went from being a very conformist schoolboy from a very ordinary background in Chelmsford to becoming a political extremist who spent 7 years almost constantly protesting against nuclear weapons, war, and ecological destruction, and much else besides. And a key part of my protest life was illegal, non-violent direct action. And I'm going to read a little bit today about my very first experience of this, which was in 1982 in New York, after I'd been on a peace march across America and there'd been 1 million people rallying in Central Park to demand that the UN take action for disarmament, and the following day groups of people blockaded the 5 UN embassies for the nuclear powers. It was crowded as we emerged from the warm, smelly safety of the subway. I wasn't used to the feeling of being hemmed in by skyscrapers. There were police everywhere, standing solid with big bellies straining at leather belts, hands on hips near the baton and the gun. We split up to get around the wooden barricades. Down a side street I saw dozens of police vans, including a bus full of helmeted riot police. The blockaders regrouped and sat straight down in the middle of the road. I loved these people, these clever, funny, compassionate, angry, determined people, my friends. I felt an unexpected joy, a sense of possibility that we could make the politicians sit up and take notice, as well as an intense pride of being part of this great principled movement for humanity. But as the police arrived, 2 for each demonstrator, and started dragging them roughly across the street, my guts hit my throat. That's when I started singing for all I was worth, singing for peace, singing for justice, singing for my life. We shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. I bellowed, out of tune, but with every fibre of my being. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this virtual launch. I'm sure we're all looking forward to a time when we can meet together again. But in the meantime, I'd love to say a big thank you to everyone who supported me by buying a pre-launch copy. The book is now available on all the normal channels, but if you would like a signed copy with free UK postage and packaging, please go to my website, Confessions of a Non-Violent Revolutionary. Thanks ever so much, and goodbye.